starts now.
All right, we kicked up the wind today. In fact, wind gusts out there near 30 miles per hour right now will continue tonight. In fact, tomorrow we'll get our strongest winds across the area. Wind gusts near 40 miles per hour around this time tomorrow. So that is ushering in some much warmer temperatures. In fact, we're hanging out in the 80s out there right now. It's 82 in Rhinelander, 80 in Antigo. We'll take it. It's also incredibly humid. These dew points out there now are currently in the muggy category. We're mid-60s in Leona, pretty much across the entire area. You can wring this air out with a sponge, like a sponge, right? That's going to have lots of moisture in it tonight into tomorrow before a cold front comes through, and it's going to turn all this moisture off for us tonight and tomorrow. All right, going forward, though, temperature-wise, a big change on the way. So 81 is the forecast high tomorrow, then dropping through the afternoon, and then much more comfortable, less humid 60s are back in the forecast Wednesday, Thursday, maybe a 70 on Friday, but overall, a much colder air is on the way. Not colder, but cooler, right? With highs basically hanging out slightly below average. All right, looking outside now, you can see lots of hardly any cars out there currently, but the roads are in good shape. The sun is out, and we have lots of people leaving us, of course, after a great holiday weekend. But look to our west. They're leaving just in time because there's some stuff going on there. Notice there's sunshine and really warm temperatures here with that strong south wind. But to the west of us, there's a lot going on over here, including lots of severe weather. Not for tonight for us. There's a front in here that's going to swing by tomorrow. As it does, our best chance for some severe weather is going to be tomorrow evening into tomorrow night. Until then, though, a rogue thunder shower cannot be ruled out at any given time tonight or tomorrow. But severe weather throughout should stay to our west this evening and then kind of be in our southwest tomorrow. Our forecast then tonight, though, looking ahead temperature-wise, hanging out in the 80s out there now, 70s later with low temperatures down near 66. Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. So if you're a longtime viewer of our show, then you probably have noticed we're doing things a little bit differently today. Last week, Jeff and I made a trip to Mosinee to sit down with the 6 Chamber of Commerce directors and presidents to discuss an upcoming workforce summit. These folks are going to be working together with local business leaders to find a solution to our labor shortage. So today and tomorrow, we'll be airing this special segment. We'll kick off part 1 right after the break.
Research shows that adding menthol actually makes tobacco more addictive, and this is a real issue. Tobacco companies have been targeting low-income neighborhoods and racial and ethnic groups for decades. Tobacco is changing parents. We've got to keep up.
Look, I know them all. They're friends. But Kevin Nicholson's not establishment, not of the donor class. He's just running to get things done. It's the Marine in him. Kevin organized No Better Friend into Wisconsin's most effective conservative group. Works fast behind the scenes. He exhausts me. Get Kevin in that governor's chair, and the conservative changes others only promise, safe streets, secure elections, will actually happen.
Carpet City.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's grand opening sale and receive massive savings along with free carpet installation. Take advantage of grand opening savings at the brand new Eagle River store and all existing locations. Come see why builders and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs. And receive huge savings at the Carpet City Flooring Center grand opening sale.
Our prices will floor you.
Is it time to update your driveway? Contact S&B Asphalt to blacktop your driveway. An update not only looks nice, but it saves on maintenance and adds value to your property. Seal coating and blacktopping residential driveways, commercial properties, and private roads. S&B is equipped for the job. With a strong reputation as an honest company with competitive pricing, you don't need to turn anywhere else. Call S&B Asphalt today for a free estimate.
Our kids have to navigate a world that is crowded with flashy tobacco products and manipulative tactics most parents don't know anything about. Tobacco companies are working hard to keep young people hooked and parents out of the loop. Tobacco is changing parents. We've got to keep up.
Welcome on in to Up North at 4. It's sort of a special edition, if you will, and maybe the first time in WJFW history, certainly the first time in Up North at 4 history. We are joined by 6 area Chamber of Commerce directors and presidents, and this is a very big deal. And I think we should probably start by just meeting everybody for the first time. We're going to start over on this end with Tara. If you could just introduce yourself and tell us where you're from as well.
Sure. Tara Plassance, the Executive Director of the Mosinee Area Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Scott Larson. I'm the President of the Marshfield Area Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
I'm Dave Ekman. I'm the President and CEO of the Greater Wausau Chamber of Commerce.
I'm Michael Whitty. I'm the Executive Director of the Portage County Business Council.
I'm Angel Whitehead. I'm the President for the Heart of Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Clyde Nelson, the Executive Director of Merrill Area Chamber of Commerce.
And you're probably wondering why the heck Jeff and I are sitting down here with these 6 wonderful people. Well, partially because the Central to Success Workforce Solutions Summit is coming up Wednesday on June 1st. And the reason for that is because this area, north central Wisconsin, is facing arguably the worst labor shortage in decades, right? And I think it's just to acknowledge sort of the reason why we're all getting together is why are chamber directors part of this solution? How are you guys working to fix that? And Michael, I'll start with you. What role do you guys play in helping the community at large here?
Well, our whole mission is about attracting and retaining both employees and businesses to Portage County. So, and really, it's not just Portage County. All of us together, we're all working together to attract more businesses and employees to the county, to the area. What we look at, it's a success for the whole region. We see, okay, if someone finds a job in Stevens Point, their significant other may find a job in Wausau, and they may end up living in Mosinee. So it helps everyone in the central Wisconsin area. This isn't just a Portage County thing, or a Wausau thing, or a Marshfield thing, or a Wisconsin Rapids thing. This is all of us together looking for success and really understanding and changing the way businesses approach hiring.
Yeah, and Angela, we're not just talking about a workforce shortage now, we're talking about a workforce drought, right? There are many, many open positions across our region and not enough workers to fill them. So Wisconsin universities are graduating people at record rates right now. Where are those workers going?
A lot of them are kind of living their dream, is what I like to say. They want to go explore. They want to go do something different. So right now, statistically, a lot of those individuals are leaving the state and they're choosing to go to some higher populated areas. So whether that's Texas, New York, Chicago, they want to check out that different view. And we're hoping that we can get them back here with our quality of life and a really great place where you can live for very affordable.
Dave, what is sort of the solution there then? People are leaving, right? We're calling that the brain drain, right? People are getting their degrees, they're going, chasing their dreams. Is it a matter of making those partnerships with local universities and colleges and setting up those connections, or where can we start to build those bridges a little bit?
Well, you're addressing part of the challenge. It's much greater than the brain drain. Demographically, we simply do not have enough people in our region, all the way from the southern part of Wisconsin Rapids up to the border at UP. We do not have enough people demographically to meet the needs of our growing businesses. And part of it is trying to retain the talent out of our K-12 and our post-secondary institutions. That's part of it. But one of the solutions that we have to be working on really strongly is building that place where people want to live and work and play. And we have that here. But in Wisconsin, for central Wisconsin, we're in a talent desert. And that's why we are working together, and we encourage all the cooperation and collaboration all the way up through to the UP to help solve this problem. It's a big problem. This is a 10-year to 20-year problem. It's not going away anytime soon.
When we return here on Up North at 4, we'll continue this conversation with the Chamber directors.
Garden season is here. Stop at Fourth Floral on North Brown Street in downtown Rhinelander. For over 120 years, our family has been growing the hardy plants that thrive in northern Wisconsin, all grown on-site in our own greenhouses. Visit us for locally grown flowers, vegetables, and hanging baskets. We have garden accessories and gifts, and great gardening advice to make your yard a beautiful oasis. At Fourth Floral on North Brown Street in downtown Rhinelander.
Welcome to Patchouli Garden in Park Falls. We love authentic Indonesian patchouli and we specialize in our original custom blends. Everything with the Patchouli Garden name on it we make right here in our store. Visit Patchouli Garden in the store or online.
Roof warranties are all about trust. Your trust in GAF, a time-tested company, and our trust in our Master Elite contractors. They're trained, licensed, insured, and only they can offer our best warranties.
Call Oneida Roofing today.
The great experiences you have in here and even out here all started here. Because the best customer experience always leaves a great impression. GMC, awarded #1 in sales satisfaction by J.D. Power. Step up to GMC with 0% financing on these GMC models.
Visit your North Central Wisconsin GMC dealer.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha. The Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy. Record-high homicides in Milwaukee. From defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe. And he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
Tara, what I'm hearing here is that, educated people are leaving North Central Wisconsin for the bigger cities, right? But we have here, what I'm also hearing, is we have so much to offer, not just a beautiful location to live in, but everything that goes along with that. So how do we stop that gap from saying, what is the lure of the bigger city? Is it salary? Is it benefits? Is it all those things? How do we stop that from happening today?
I think multiple things have to happen. I think the recreation, like the play that Dave mentioned, the great place to live, housing markets, things like that. But obviously, benefits of a job, salary, they all come into play. But I think thinking outside of the box and being different than maybe some of those other businesses or those bigger places is very important.
You say thinking outside the box. What would that mean to you?
So just life-work balance, working from home, just it could be little things like that. An example that I've heard in the past is Lamers Bus Lines is letting their employees, if they have young children, go on the bus with them so that they don't have to find childcare, which is obviously an issue too. So I think just little things like that people can turn a little bit and make their business, more seeable for those people.
And Clyde, we've touched on it a little bit. When we talk about childcare, we talk about finding work. It's tough to balance all of that for a lot of families. And is part of the solution, do you think, getting these industries sort of together to say, hey, if you're struggling to find childcare, we can help out. We've seen that in other parts of the state as well. Is that also a focus for you guys then, is to sort of bring all this together and say, we're a community, we got each other's back?
Well, absolutely. One of the things that we're trying to do in Merrill is to do a collaborative effort with some of the manufacturers and businesses to bring them together to form a child care coalition, if you will, so they can have a child care place, help sponsored by various businesses and things of that nature to help offer that solution to the problem of getting people to work. I think there was a statistic recently, somewhere there's about 100,000 women that are not in the workforce because they have to stay home and watch their children. So that's a big issue.
And Scott, sometimes millennials get a bad rap, right? There's a reputation out there where they aren't as proactive looking for jobs right now, right? So how do we get them on board with what direction you want to take hiring, recruiting, training in North Central Wisconsin?
Well, first of all, it's a very valuable group. labor force wise. And so it's certainly something we want to spend a lot of time addressing. And the opportunity is there. The key thing is to be able to communicate with them, make sure that they understand the opportunities that are available to them here in central Wisconsin, both from a quality of life perspective and from a quality of work perspective. For them to understand that there are the type of quality jobs and career opportunities right here in central Wisconsin that you could find in Chicago, that you could find in St. Louis, that you could find in the Twin Cities. We have those opportunities for them here. Plus, we have all the great quality of life opportunities that are here. Our cost of living is much more reasonable as well. So those opportunities, we just need to make sure we're communicating with them so they understand those opportunities are here and available to them.
And how do you go about that, the communicating and saying we have those things here in central Wisconsin? You don't have to travel far to get them.
Sure.
But what's the process like to do that?
Well, part of that is the six of us and our organizations working together in our own communities to do that, but then also collaboratively working through our Regional Economic Development Organization to kick off this Central to Success talent recruitment, talent retention program, which is taking something that the state of Wisconsin was utilizing to recruit talent to the state of Wisconsin and continuing that effort. We've got the same marketing firm that helped develop those efforts for the state. We're using that same firm, and we'll be communicating that information to outside resources, outside target markets, to let them know that Central Wisconsin is a great place to be, it's a great place to live, it's a great place to work, and you need to give us some consideration. One thing I'd add to that too is that we all know too that collaboratively we're much stronger in working together. So it's a case of we have to kind of treat ourselves as an urban center here in central Wisconsin. I use the term that Governor Dreyfus used many years ago, ruralplex. That really is what we here in central Wisconsin are all trying to do, is to say we're all working together. This is one 300,000 plus population center with close to 200,000 workers. We want to work together and showcase all the advantages that this area has.
When we return here on Up North at 4, we'll continue our conversation on how inflation could be hurting the workforce.
Folks, I don't care if an idea is a Republican idea or a Democratic idea. I care that it's a good idea. That's why I worked with both parties to cut income taxes for the middle class. Together, we helped our small businesses. We invested in our public schools more than we have in the past 20 years, and we still have billions in budget surplus. Politics is too divisive. I'm focused on doing the right thing and getting results that matter.
Hello, this is Eric from Fireside Supper Club, located on County K, just west of Rhinelander on Town Line Lake. Providing you with an enjoyable and relaxing dining experience is very important to us. Our rustic decor and beautiful view combine for a unique and comforting cabin-like feel. We offer a diverse menu: Friday fish fry, Saturday prime rib, and specialize in steak, seafood, ribs, poultry, and more. Plus, with every entree, you get soup, salad, crackers, rolls, and mini muffins. So come visit us tonight for dinner and let us do all the cooking and dishes. Follow us on Facebook, Friends, Family, Fireside.
Looking for a grill or smoker? Powerhouse Lawn and Leisure has the best selection around. Charcoal, pellet, wood-fired, and gas, we've got them all. Plus 115 sauces and rubs to choose from. You'll find something you love. Powerhouse Lawn and Leisure in Merrill.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Did you know a vented dirt crawl space is unhealthy for you and your home? Did you know it makes your home harder to heat and cool? A vented dirt crawl space is a breeding ground for mold and critters, and it affects the air quality of your entire home. Let SureDry protect your home. When it comes to crawl spaces, nobody does it better. SureDry will transform your crawl space into a dry, usable space to make your entire home healthier. Call SureDry today.
Michael, I'm hearing us say that, we have all the talent right here, we have the resources right here, but we're losing some people, right? I'm curious if inflation and all of the things attributed with that, right? Are wages keeping up with inflation in central Wisconsin?
I think they are. I think a lot of employers realize that that's part of the attraction is the wages. I don't think it's the only thing, but I do think that the employers realize that it's a competitive situation, and you know. Our whole focus is about attracting new people here. So when you're attracting new people, it is cost of living. It's realizing that, you know, an apartment in Wausau or Stevens Point is going to be more reasonably priced than an apartment in Denver, Colorado, or Austin, Texas. So there's a lot that plays into that, and I think we do a really good job as a group here, really trying to make this a great place to work, live, and thrive. And I think that's our big focus is it's about the whole. It's not about a specific company or a specific area. It's all of us can live in this great area and have a great job that pays well.
Right. And do you think, if wages aren't the overlying issue, do you think people are now looking for quality of life, the added benefits, the workplace culture itself? What else is sort of attributing to this drought here?
Workplace culture. Workplace culture is huge. I know. Have many different businesses looking at slicing and dicing things a different way. I have one employer who now is offering Monday through Thursday and a 3-day weekend every weekend. So sure, they're working 10-hour days Monday through Thursday, but then they've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So now all of a sudden you got a 3-day weekend. You know, that's one cultural shift. The other one is, you know, especially in the food service area, that's always competitive. You know, instead of making the kids or young adults working 8-hour shifts, they're splitting around 4 hours here, 4 hours there, so it's not chewing up a lot of their time. They're still getting the 40 hours a week, but it may be in different bite sizes.
Okay. Yeah, and Angel, I want to talk about quality of life. Do you find that employers are listening to the employees, and things are changing very quickly right now? And to what Michael said, they want a 4-day work week. They want more benefits. Are the employers beginning to listen to that? And if so, where does that go from here?
Yeah, so I think that we're starting very early on. I think there's some companies who are kind of the front runners that have been doing it in central Wisconsin, and then there's others that are starting to pick up on it. But that culture and that willingness to know that their personal time is just as important as their work life, that is a huge change. So doing that quality of life, so having the 3 days, being able to leave work early if they have to pick up a sick kid and they're not, docked for it in those items, is really important. And the employers see that, and now they're talking to their employees. And I think that is one of the biggest changes, is that they're listening to the employees. They say, here's a great idea, we can make this more efficient, and then we can have a 3-day weekend. Or I have a great idea, it's gonna help speed up production, and maybe we need less employees, but then we have that opportunity to grow more. So listening to the employees, I think our employers all over central Wisconsin are doing it. We just need to do more of it.
And Dave, do you think that's just getting these business owners together to have those conversations and hear people say, this is what's working for me, this is not what's working for me? Do you think that will go a long way in providing those answers for some of these people?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what this summit's about, really, to the extent that we're going to provide the businesses a set of beginning solutions that they can start working on in their companies. But collectively as a region, we have thousands of businesses here that need to be connected and understand how this challenge is going to face for the next decade and how they have to work together. Employers are going to be a big part of the solution, to understand that you have 4 working generations in your business right now. You have boomers, you have the millennials, you have the Gen X and the Gen Z. And they all think and act differently, they behave differently. And establishing that culture that accommodates the new generation, because in 10 years, the boomers are done. And that's a whole different mindset than what we have right now in the millennials. And businesses need to move there fast. More importantly, where we need work is from our local governments. You must build a community, you must build a place that's going to attract and retain talent to support our innovative companies. It's a must. And that starts with local government.
Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark locally owned for over 70 years. Get your spring and summer sporting goods with ease from our experienced staff and get expert advice. Come down and see our great selection, open 7 days a week for your convenience.
Do you have sleep apnea? Struggling with your CPAP? Ditch the mask and let New Horizon Sleep Solutions help you achieve your best night's sleep. Dr. James Block is your expert in oral appliance therapy, a simple, comfortable treatment for snoring and sleep apnea. If you have a CPAP machine that you're struggling to use, consider oral appliance therapy to improve your sleep and protect your health. Call today to schedule a complimentary consultation appointment and wake up to a new horizon in sleep apnea treatment.
How is he still playing?
Aspercream Arthritis, full prescription strength, reduces inflammation. Don't touch my piano.
Kick pain in the Aspercream.
Save yourself money with Farmers?
That's not wrong. When you switch your home and auto policies to Farmers, you could save yourself an average of $730.
That's something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Pick up a gallon of Pittsburgh Grand Distinction exterior flat paint for only $34.97 after sale price and 11% rebate.
Mel's Trading Post, a downtown Rhinelander landmark locally owned for over 70 years. Get your spring and summer sporting goods with ease from our experienced staff and get expert advice. Come down and see our great selection, open 7 days a week for your convenience.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this special segment. I know I can speak for Jeff and myself when I say that we had a good time going down to Mosinee, speaking to those directors, and just learning more about these solutions that are hopefully coming here.
Such an interesting topic with many solutions that we can bring to life.
Yes, and of course, we're not done yet. We've got 3 more parts tomorrow, so we'll be airing that on Up North at 4. Of course, you're not going to want to miss that, so we'll see you then on Up North at 4.